From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Parts of mid-Michigan saw some very gloomy and stormy conditions throughout the first half of the day, but notice most of the Lansing area currently sitting under dry conditions. The rain showers currently moving right along I-94 this evening. Temperature-wise, because of the rain, they're cooling down into the upper 60s in places like Jackson, Marshall, and Coldwater. Compare that to 76 degrees, the current temperature up in St. John's. We'll still hold on to the chance for a couple of these scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the next few hours. Temperatures overnight tonight cooling down into the low 60s. Then we have some cooler temperatures and still some more rain that we have to talk about. 6 News at 5:30 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5:30.
Right now at 5:30, a high school football game in Michigan ended in a major spinal injury with a student facing consequences. Plus, the bodies of 2 missing hunters have been found and police believe they were hit and killed by lightning. And if you shop at Kroger, we have a recall to tell you about involving possible radioactive shrimp. Those stories and a lot more, and all in the first 6 minutes. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Let's start that clock. And we begin tonight in Berrien County, where a high school football player's spine was broken after another player jumped on him. A player from Lakeshore High School in Stevensville was on the ground, and a Kalamazoo Central player is seen on video jumping on him. The Lakeshore player was taken to a hospital where doctors say his spine was broken in 2 places. He has since been released from the hospital and is recovering at home. A statement from Kalamazoo Public Schools says their player has, quote, received consequences. A man in Southfield is being charged with criminal sexual conduct and is accused of touching a 12-year-old girl in a park. This happened last Wednesday. Police say the man, 20-year-old D'Angelo Steele, walked up to the girl to ask her for her phone. She refused, and police say he ripped her shirt and began touching her.
During the physical altercation, the suspect told the victim that she would have to perform a sex act in order to get her phone back.
Tonight, police are asking parents in the area to ask their children if they've encountered the suspect. And in Allegan County, Otsego police say they know who set a playground on fire on September 2nd. They say 37-year-old Michael Kilborn, who is already in jail on another charge, is now being charged with arson and other crimes. A minor was also charged with arson. City officials there say the fire did about $45,000 to $50,000 worth of damage. Tonight, a Detroit police officer is facing charges of drunk driving and carrying a gun while under the influence, according to court records. Detroit police say Liam Collier was off duty when he crashed a car on I-75 on Saturday. No other vehicles were involved in the crash. The officer was put on administrative leave, and the department's internal affairs unit is investigating the case. We have a food recall to tell you about tonight. Bags of shrimp sold at Kroger stores in Michigan are being recalled because of possible radioactive contamination. They're branded as Kroger Raw Colossal Easy Peel Shrimp, Kroger Mercado Cooked Medium Peel Tail Off Shrimp, and Aquastar Raw Peeled Tail On Shrimp Skewers. UPC and lot codes and photos can be found on the FDA's website. Looking at the rest of the country, the bodies of 2 hunters who were reported missing in Colorado's San Juan National Forest last week were found on Thursday, and authorities now believe the men were struck by lightning. The hunters were found at an elevation of 10,000 feet, and experts say lightning and high elevation are a dangerous combination. They say to always plan ahead and take a look at forecasts before heading out. In Connecticut on Saturday, someone tried and failed to use a U-Haul truck to steal an ATM. Video released by state police there shows suspects attaching straps to the ATM and using the truck to try to pull the machine out of place. But the straps broke, leaving the ATM behind. Police say they're still looking for the suspects. And take a look at this. Someone driving a stolen car got away from police by jumping a partly open drawbridge. This happened last week, and the video was just released on Monday. According to the Seattle Police Department, officers found the driver stopped in traffic at the bridge, but when they approached, the driver took off and made the jump. Police found the car later, but the suspect was gone. While Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is in New York this week for the United Nations General Assembly, the war between his nation and Russia continues. Russian officials say they shot down 36 Ukrainian drones heading toward Moscow today. Meanwhile, Ukrainian officials say Russian missiles and drones killed 2 people in attacks today. The peace efforts started by President Donald Trump since he returned to office appear to have stalled. In the South China Sea, Super Typhoon Ragaza continues to churn toward Hong Kong and southern China. The powerful storm killed 3 people and forced thousands of evacuations in the Philippines. In Taiwan, at least 30 people are missing after heavy rain caused a barrier lake to overflow. Well, turning now to the impact of climate change, with scientists seeing a dramatic difference in the landscape of the Swiss Alps. Researchers say unusually dry winters and this year's scorching summer are fueling a rapid melt. One glacier lost nearly 20 feet in the past year. Experts now call it a dying glacier that's on track to disappear soon.
At this place where we are standing, there will be no ice in maybe 5 years from now. If we look to the higher regions, to this plateau, there it will certainly take longer, maybe 40, 50 years, but it's a glacier that will disappear.
Experts with Glacier Monitoring Switzerland say nearly 100 glaciers have vanished in just the past 6 years, signaling an urgent environmental crisis. Well, back here in America, about 500 people jumped into the Chicago River for a swim. The first time that's happened in almost a century. The Chicago River Swim happened on Sunday. There were 1-mile and 2-mile races, and the event was held to show off the efforts to clean the river after a century of pollution. Wrapping up our first 6 minutes of news tonight, science educator and TV star Bill Nye, also known as the Science Guy, received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Monday. Actor Joel McHale, Boston Celtic Jaylen Brown, and others were present for the big unveiling. Nye was an engineer at Boeing when he made the switch to hosting the science education show Bill Nye the Science Guy. And for anyone keeping track, this is the 2,821st Walk of Fame star. Bill Nye. I loved watching him. Yeah, he was fun. Is he still? He's still doing stuff. Actually, I don't know, Kendall.
Sometimes. It's not like his official show, but every once in a while, at least me, I'll see a video pop up on my social media feed from him.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Bill Nye. Very cool.
Well, we're definitely picking up on some much needed rain across the area, Siobhan. There's still more rain in the forecast and some cooler temperatures. Good news is neither of those things will last for much longer.